very good dose of electronics engineering, we'll move on to chemical engineering. I now request Mr. Nilesh Walimbe to come onto the stage and talk about chemical engineering. Mr. Walimbe is a BTech in chemical engineering from IIT Bombay. He has about 32 years of experience in chemical pharmaceutical industry in various aspects like research, consulting, project management and operations management. He has started Zen Consultants, Zen Absorptions that provide chemical engineering consultancy for bulk drugs and chemical industries with clients like Lupin Labs, Dr. Reddy's, Aurobindo and Suven Pharmaceuticals. He co-founded Anu's laboratories for manufacture of key organic intermediaries. He is also on the board of Galaxy Laboratory Private Limited and is helping it with his technical expertise in improving their processes and operations throughout. Mr. Walimbe.
Good morning, everybody. Let me introduce myself, Nilesh Walimbe. I think there was some mistake in saying Nilesh Walimbe. I am from IIT Bombay. I did my chemical engineering in 1978, BTech. I was told that they had to go to IIT Bombay to get a chemical engineer who practices chemical engineering. I was just going through the internet to find out what an engineer is. And this is what I got. An engineer applies, among the words in red, scientific principles to make structures and processes, etc., utilizes them, then he operates them with full knowledge, and lastly, he forecasts their behavior. And finally aims to fulfill the intended function with economics and safety. This is what an engineer is. I was not knowing this definition before. Then what is chemical engineering? Basically the aim is to convert basic raw materials into variety of products. And we need to have people who can design these plants and operate them. And that is what a chemical engineer does. A little bit of history of chemical engineering. Probably it was started around 1880, when basically the requirement was to manufacture chemicals on larger scale. Chemistry is a subject which gives you knowledge to make chemicals, but it does not really tell you how to make chemicals on a larger scale. And when you want to make chemicals on a larger scale, that is where the chemical engineering is required. And the role of chemical engineers is to design and operate these chemical plants and processes. What is modern day chemical engineers do? We require so many materials. Materials required in aerospace, automotive, biomedical, electronic, environmental and military operations. These materials have to be made in large quantities, and that is where chemical engineers are working on. There are requirements of ultra strong fibers, fabrics, then adhesives. Then there are biocompatible materials for implants and prosthetics required in medical. Pharmaceuticals, biopolymers. These are the subjects which are at present being practiced by chemical engineers. What are the application areas of chemical engineering? There is a wide variety available. Right from petrochemicals, pollution control, fine chemicals, pharmaceuticals, fertilizers, agrochemicals, natural extracts, food processing, plastics, dye intermediates, dyes and detergents, waste treatment and recycling. This is almost the entire area of our lives is covered by this. What are the skills required to be a chemical engineer? I would say chemistry, physics and maths. Very clear concepts are required here. And it being a industry which borders on chemistry and mechanical engineering, you need to like chemistry, you need to like mechanical engineering and biochemistry. And we need to work in multidisciplinary teams. For example, you have to work closely with the R&D chemists, you have to work with the operations people, you have to work with maintenance of plant people, and many other branches, civil engineering. When we build plants, we need to interact with civil engineers. So we have to have ability to work in multidisciplinary teams. Chemical engineering is to some extent a engineering which is based on empirical data. So there is a requirement of the conducting of experiments and collecting data and interpreting the data. Of course, quick understanding of processes is a must. We need to derive quantitative results from the experiments. What are the further specializations possible? There is a wide range here: biochemical engineering, biomedical engineering, environmental engineering, process control, automation, instrumentation. Process control, although my friend will say that electronics is required, I would say the understanding of the physical processes is also required, and chemical engineers are doing a great job in automation area, food technology, petrochemical engineering, polymers, electrochemical engineering, process modeling and simulation. These are the areas where one can specialize. What is the scenario after about 5 to 15 years? You join various teams you can join in. Production engineer becomes production manager and probably factory manager. Project engineer becomes project manager. A design engineer can become over a period of time consultant. You can join an R&D team and become a R&D engineer and then followed by R&D manager. After about 10 to 15 years of service in the industry, one gets into the specialized areas of each type of industry. It could be food technology, it could be sugar technology, it could be petrochemicals, it could be pharmaceuticals. One can become, because chemical engineering is very close to chemistry, one can become expert in the particular areas and then probably can become an entrepreneur in the respective fields. What I was told, you must tell somebody who is an inspirational chemical engineer. I searched the thing and then I found that Mr. Nilesh Walimbe is a chemical engineer from UICT, Mumbai, and you can see how the Reliance Industries have gone back in their pursuit of backward integration. That first they made textiles. For textiles you require polyester, they made polyester, they went into polyester. For making polyester they required petrochemicals, they went into petrochemicals. For petrochemicals they required refined oils, they went into oil refining. And last they went into oil exploration and now they are producing oil. So I think this is a beautiful story of success. And probably Mr. Nilesh Walimbe must be the brain behind all this. Although I cannot compare myself with Nilesh Walimbe. I graduated from IIT Bombay in 1978. I worked in the industry for about 15 years. I basically we work very hard. I worked for a company called Next India, which is a multinational. And there we had a 5-day leave. Hardly we worked 5-day leave, we always worked 7 days a week there. So hard work is required. I learned, I was happy, I was lucky to be in companies like this where chemicals